Hey guys, Tarke here. Just thought I'd do a update on the Caustic Arrow Occultist. Since this has been the main character I'm playing at the moment, I'm just going to run some tier 16s, talk about some stuff, we'll talk about some gearing. Also, do we like the new hideout that I made? I just wanted a very small, kind of like bonsai garden sort of a vibe. And I think I've I don't know, I threw it together in like half an hour. I'm kind of happy with it, but let me know if you've got any suggestions. So, I have been mostly playing this build. CI Occultist. My Toxic Rain character, haven't retired that. It's just, I said like a league ago, or like 2 leagues ago, that I was going to make like the ultimate written CA guide. And I need money. And I've got a setup that if I publish guides, I get money. So I think I'm going to focus on that for a while. And I've been just having a lot of fun doing my CA Occultist, so I might actually be doing some written guides soon. So keep an eye out for that. But as I was saying, my Toxic Rain character, out of interest, I respec the tree to match this tree, just to see if it felt better. Also, the game's still super laggy for me, by the way. If it felt better as an Occultist, or as a Pathfinder, or a Deadeye, or a Raider and everything. I did a little bit of messing around, and I actually really like the Occultist version. If I was super committed, I would respec my Saboteur to a Trickster, with the exact same tree, I think, so I can compare, but I just really enjoy the Occultist setup. The survivability is surprisingly high, considering I've only got like 5.4k life. My gear is still pretty trash in terms of like available upgrades. Like, I'm missing dot multi here, I'm missing +2 levels of gem here, I'm missing double dot multi there. The freezing from the skitterbots is actually like really good. You notice that I'm regularly using GMP for clear, just because I've got enough damage with the +3 bow that I can do that. And yeah, I'm really liking it, and I'm curious to see how far I can push this build in terms of min-max. So my main goal is kind of like preparing for this running guide that we're maybe doing, and then just seeing like how far we can push the setup. But basically, Occultist just gets so much raw damage, it lets you just really mess around with different setups. Like, it's really good for just screwing about with. And the fact that you can just kind of like AFK every now and again, and your skitterbots will just freeze everything for you. I tried to AFK nothing then. Okay, we'll get here. And then you've got evasion stuff. You've got some healing. It's like, this is a tier 16 map, right? It's pretty good, right? I don't know, I kind of dig it. It's kind of nice. High avoidance. Good regen. We've got Surging Vitality from Cluster Jewels, which gives us a burst of... We've got 2 at the moment. You could change the tree and have up to 4, but we've only got 2 currently. But that plus Enduring Cry, when we're like, oh no, I need to heal, and I don't want to use my life last. But you know, you can just kind of like... I'm probably going to die now doing this. You can just kind of like walk quite slowly in circles. Like, you know, tier 16, by the way. Haven't been hit once. I don't know, I just kind of dig it. It's neat. And that's not using any, like, blasphemy, you know, despair, blasphemy, temp chains, and feeble. Like, none of that. It's just high avoidance and freezing because of our ascendancy. I really like the combo. It feels cool. So, yeah, it's got high damage. It's got, like, cool freeze utility. Obviously, it maps slower than if you're doing this on the Raider or the Deadeye or the Pathfinder, just because it hasn't got the movement speed scaling. But I really like it, and considering I've played Caustic Arrow every single league since the Big Bang, on every single ascendancy, for me to be like, this feels really neat, this feels really cool and interesting and special, that's like a big deal. Like, it's rare that... Like, I always enjoy playing Caustic Arrow, but it's rare that I'm like, this is really strong. You know what I mean? Like, it's standout. It might just be the fact that because it's different, it feels like we're using new Occultist recent that wasn't available before. It's a setup I don't play that often. Like, I've tested it in the past, but it's often been something I kind of like, I test in Path of Building, and maybe I'll level one up and then I'll stop playing it. But this is the first time I've really like stayed on it for a while of time. Yeah, it just feels good. It feels good. I'd really recommend it. So we'll just finish up this map real quick, and then I'll talk about some crafting projects that I've got on the go. So I'm still trying to finish A Note in the Wind, which is the whole Asenath chant thing. I don't think it's really needed on Occultist. I really liked that setup on my Trickster that I played last... I can't remember if it was last week of the league. Ooh, didn't pay attention, sorry. I was too busy talking. I can't remember if that was last week or the league before. FXB. But I really enjoyed that setup. And it felt really good with the like crazy map clear, and it gave a good chunk of extra damage. I'm leveling an Essence Drain in Weapon Swap, and I'm thinking about maybe dropping my Enduring Cry for an Essence Drain, since the Essence Drain and the Enduring Cry kind of does the same thing. A 4-link Essence Drain would give, if I remember correctly, it's 1.4k healing with my current gear, and that's missing a lot of plus Chaos Gem, dot multi, like with all that stuff. I could get the Essence Drain to heal as much as an Enduring Cry. The advantage of the Enduring Cry is you just press it and you heal regardless if there's mobs. There's no, like, aiming. So in a complete, like, panic clutch situation, it's really strong. Like, you can just press it and, like, sustain happens, right? But the Essence Drain would give an extra, with my current gear, 250k. And then that's just in a 4-link. And then if you were to have better gear, it would give a lot more. And then if you were to put it in your chest piece, maybe as a 6th link, then you could get, like, upwards. I think it was... Let's just have a quick look. My current gear, Essence Drain, I could get it up to 500k damage with my current gear. And then with proper gear, I think I got up to 800k, which is quite a lot of substantial, just additional dot damage to add into the build. So for crafting projects, the main things that really will up my damage at this point, again, the hunter items I'm waiting to drop, but I've also, I hit this, and I don't know what I want to do with this. So I've also got this. So this can be a double dot multi plus 3 bow. I just need to finish a Pale Council set. They've nerfed the prophecy chains pretty hard in occurrence rate. In SSF, it's really difficult actually to get a full Pale Council. I've been spamming through as much heist as I can, which used to be really good for getting prophecies, not anymore. All my silver coins have been going into it, no luck. But if I finish that set, I could turn this into a guaranteed double dot multi plus 3 bow, which would basically the upgrade of this over my current is I'd gain an additional 32 damage over time multiplier, which is a pretty big thing. But I hit this, which has a bit less damage over time multiplier on it, but it has the additional arrow and it's got the movement speed and plus up. So this is an 87 Maraketh bow. Part of me is kind of tempted to roll over this, as crazy as... maybe I should just keep it and wait until I get a new Maraketh bow. But I was hoping to get Bow Attacks Fire 2 additional arrows dot multi. It's the tier 2 dot multi, it's the tier 2 additional arrow, so I don't know what I want to do with it. Again, it's SSF. Like, if I could 6-link this up and get it, like, this would be insane. Should we try our luck real quick? Let's try our luck real quick. It's not going to happen. But, yeah, I don't know, I've got my crafting fingers, you know, they're itching for some tasty taste. It would be really nice. Like, it's only 29. It's only 6 dot multi that's missing if I was to divine it up. And I would rather have the additional arrow than the attack speed. It's just, I would really like to have 2 additional arrows, because 2 is in fact twice as much as 1. Like, if this was Bow Attacks Fire 2 additional arrows, tier 2 dot multi, I'd keep that, like, oh, I would never replace it. But yeah, this, I mean, I should just keep this, because I can 100% guarantee turn this exact bow into a +3. I just need to, you know, get my Pale Prophecy thingamagigs. So ways that I can do that. Also, I love how much clicking there is in this game. It's really good for your wrists. So the ways that you can do that is with Harvest, I could get Remove Fizz, which would guarantee remove the Fizz damage. I could have Suffixes can't be changed, and then Scour, and then that would just wipe the prefix that way. That's another way of doing it. There's a few ways of doing it, and then it would be cannot roll attack mods as a suffix. Exalt Slam would guarantee give me +1 to all gems, and then you just do multiple crafted gems, and boom, you're done. Let's not keep that in my inventory. I really don't like keeping random 6 sockets and 6 links in my inventory, because I go, ooh, vendor. I don't know how many times I've accidentally vended crafting bases. It's not a good vibe. It's not a good vibe, but yeah. So, character's really cool. I dig it a lot. I guess I can show you briefly what my tree's currently looking like. It's basically exactly as the one I planned in POB. The only things which I would particularly like to do is eventually get a 8 socket. This is a 9. Chaos or bow large, and then I would like to replace this with a 4 point, or 4 or 5 point, just so I could save the points. Saving 2 points here would be gaining a jewel. I could gain life. I could gain 20% damage 1 pierce. My level like 100 tree would be, this is an 8 pointer, this is a 4 pointer, jewel, life, and then I can get this whole piercing shots cluster. I really like this piercing shots cluster. I could maybe like drop some 4% life. I should probably drop these 2 life nodes actually for a jewel. I just looking at that now. But yeah, I've also been running Legion stuff. I'm trying to get the Divine Flesh. I've run some Vol encounters, just no luck yet. RNG's gonna RNG. I've got a 5-way that's nearly ready to go. Where is it? For whatever reason, I've been really struggling with my Templar splinters. I've run 3 2-ways already, but I just, for whatever reason, can't finish this one. But yeah, we've had loads of Kuris, loads of Vols. I've got the Legion spec set up on my Atlas as well, but anyway. I'm Tarke. I hope you enjoyed this update. Let me know what you think. Should we be greedy? Should we roll over the base? I don't know. Have a good day. Bye-bye.